Hello students, today I am going to discuss with you the scope of jurisprudence, that what is the area of the study of jurisprudence, that whether the scope of jurisprudence is limited or whether the scope of the jurisprudence is unlimited. First of all, it is very important to mention here that jurisprudence in its nature is entirely a different subject from other social sciences. What is the reason for this? The basic reason for this is that it is not a codified subject like other law subjects, but it is a growing and dynamic subject having no limitation in itself. The inquiry system in the study of jurisprudence is of different status from other subjects. So we can say that jurisprudence has no limited scope because it is a growing subject. Apart from the study of law, the study of jurisprudence includes political, social, economic, and cultural ideas of the society. There are some different views on this subject of jurisprudence, which are also known as schools of legal theory or schools of jurisprudence. Basically, there are five schools of jurisprudence. Out of these five schools of jurisprudence, four schools of jurisprudence are formal schools, while one school of jurisprudence is not regarded as formal school of jurisprudence yet. So let us discuss five schools of jurisprudence one by one. First school of jurisprudence is the philosophical school or the natural law school. According to this school of jurisprudence, law is based on the nature, and these laws are inherent in nature, which are common to all societies of the world. This school of jurisprudence also believes that law is based on reason and law is always reasonable. And it proposed that laws arise logically from the morals which are present in the society. Therefore, immoral conduct will naturally be regarded as against the law. According to this school of jurisprudence, notable jurists from this school of jurisprudence are Grotius, Immanuel Kant, and Hegel. Second school of jurisprudence is the analytical school of jurisprudence. This school of jurisprudence can also be regarded as positivist school of jurisprudence because according to this school, law is that which is made by the king, which is made by the sovereign. So it consider law as it is, not as what it should be in future. According to this school of jurisprudence, there is not any necessity of any link between law and morality. Because according to analytical school of jurisprudence, law is made by the government or legislation. Apart from this school of jurisprudence does not consider morality and customs as part of the law. Notable jurists from this school of jurisprudence are Bentham and Austin. Third school of jurisprudence is the historical school of jurisprudence. According to this school of jurisprudence, law is the result of the continuous development of the society. And law is based on the general consciousness of the people. Leading jurists from this school of jurisprudence are Savigny, Sir Henry Manet, and Burke. Fourth school of jurisprudence is the sociological school of jurisprudence. This school of jurisprudence arose as a reaction to the positivism. According to this school of jurisprudence, law is not an isolated phenomenon in the society, but it is a part of the social reality. This school of jurisprudence emerged as a result of combination of the thoughts of the various jurists of the world. The supporter of this school of jurisprudence linked law with the other social disciplines. I want to repeat it here that supporter of this school linked law with other social disciplines and treated law as the combination of psychology, philosophy, economics, political science, sociology. According to this school of jurisprudence, state is not the creator of right. State is not creating any new right, but it only formulate the right which has already been created. And law have come directly from the society by the general consciousness of the society. Main exponent of the school of jurisprudence include Montesquieu, Auguste Comte, Herbert Spencer, Duguid, and Roscoe-Pound. Fifth school of jurisprudence, which is not regarded as a formal school of jurisprudence, says that law is not which is made by the parliament. Law consists of pronouncement of the courts. Whatever decision is pronounced by a judge becomes the law according to realist school of jurisprudence. According to this school of jurisprudence, law consists of pronouncement of the courts. Who is the father of the school? Oliver Wendell Holmes is regarded as the spiritual father of this school of jurisprudence. Salmond, who is very famous jurist among the Indian student, regarded law as a practice of the courts. He says that law is the practice of the courts. And he said that even though law is an expression of the will of the state, but in reality, it is not the parliament, but the court which expounded the law. Prominent jurists of the school are Holmes, Gray, and Jerome Frank. I have already discussed that this school of jurisprudence yet is not a formal school of jurisprudence. So at the end, I want to conclude the scope of jurisprudence that this classification of jurisprudence into 5 schools of jurisprudence provide only a rough classification of the ideas, and it is not a proper way to limit the scope of jurisprudence on the basis of this classification. Whenever we analyze any legal concept, then we must try to present them against a background of the social development and changing economic and political attitude. So this is something about the lectures on the scope of jurisprudence. If you like my lectures, then please subscribe my channel. And if any of you wants to get the notes of my law subjects, then they can go to law articles 2020.blogspot.com. Thank you very much.